So I decided to use wood this time around. And about the feeding, so the feeding is quite expensive, but I try to get at least, and I give them, and I can feed them like, a day I can feed them 3 times. So because I try to give them enough food. And about the how much are they?
Easy if you can leave the back camera on. If you can leave the back camera on.
Okay. Yeah, about the number, they are 50. Yeah, they are 50. So they are small for now, but I'll try to increase because I just started it. And then I have some puppies, the one I try to sell. You know where they are. Yeah, one is here. Let me show you my puppy. There. Yeah. Yeah, I'm showing you like how you can get money in different ways. Because people like they think if you have hens, maybe puppies cannot manage like to earn money, to earn you money. But also puppies can. So I think if people can like have different animals on their farm to add on the income. So I think it also works. So I'm done.
Thank you so much, Daisy. You started showing us the puppies, but you cut us short. Some of us were interested around there. Maybe you need to take a photo of the puppies and you make a blog such that it can be read all over. And perhaps Holistic Learning Platform can try to market it for you. And probably me, I'm interested, you better put the price tag on the puppies and we see how we can move. Maybe Mr. Kazuva or Mr. Dung, should I play the CRS video or we have some questions from Namayanja? The students who are here, if there are any questions, you can put it up, or maybe our agricultural experts here. If there is something you can quickly advise this young girl here.
Okay, Mr. Masa.
Yes, good morning, members.
Okay.
Good morning, members. Good morning, members. Namayanja Daisy, thank you so much for your video. Yes, it was a little bit shaky. We couldn't see everything properly, but at least you're taking the initiative to be that young farmer who's going to sometime become the permanent one later. About the dogs, I don't know what breed are your dogs, and yeah, what breed are they? Are they local breeds or the exotic? Daisy.
Sorry, I didn't get you where. Hello.
Daisy, are your puppies exotic breeds or local breeds? And if they're exotic, what type are they? And how old are they at the moment?
Right now, at this moment, they are 2 years. And yeah, they're exotic. Have you got me? Hello?
The type, please. The type.
The German Shepherd. German Shepherd. Sorry?
German Shepherd notice what?
Sorry?
Okay, thank you, Daisy.
Okay.
Okay, Daisy, can you tell us where your farm is located?
at North Road for Poloti 21.
The area?
Dukasel.
No, like the town is, are you within Kampala, Mbale, something?
Mbale City.
No, the manager thinks North Road is known everywhere.
Sorry?
I think North Road is known everywhere. Can you tell the people that you're in Bali and North Road is a school?
Opposite. Okay, opposite the school, North Road. But the road is called North Road.
Yes,
The street.
okay.
Okay. Yes,
Thank you
sir.
so much. Maybe in case there is anyone with a question you would love to ask Daisy, you can raise it before we go in for a video, and then we shall get back to our next presenter.
Do you have any questions, Mr. Kaziba, or I start playing this game?
Okay, we don't have any questions so far, but in case there is anyone with a question, they can type it in the chat. Our experts will be able to answer, and also Daisy will be able to respond. So Mr. Masao, you can first play the video before you get to Sembaju.
My name's Isaac, and I'm the operations manager of Kabihura Farmers Limited. So here I'm going to take you through how we feed the cows, the feeding process, and the types of feed we use. So we feed them on silage, this, and the alfalfa grass, which it's a legume. Then we also use dairy meal to feed these cows. This is a legume, and it improves on the milk quality that comes out. It is locally grown here, the alfalfa. So this is the feeding process now. We keep adding in, it's manual. This feeding area, this is zero grazing shed. We have about 35. We have 35 animals here, and each cow eats about 80 kilograms a day. So, and those 80 are composed of dairy meal, alfalfa, and silage. We also give them a few kilograms of spent grain each. So this is the mineral block. It is good for different minerals, calcium and others. So basically those are the main ingredients. This is fresh alfalfa from the field. We are going to chop it before we feed it. The main challenge in this feeding process is the cost of feeding them, because the best silage is maize silage. But when you use maize silage, you may not recover your costs. It's a little more expensive than Napier silage. Napier silage is affordable, but the nutritional content is not so high. But it works still. So for us here, we use Napier silage. And the other challenge is the seasonal variations. During the dry season, if you don't prepare well, you may run short of grass. Then we have a problem of costly maize bran. Maize bran is the main ingredient in making dairy meal. So sometimes it is very expensive. This is the resting area. These carpets are to soften the ground for them. These are just rubber carpets. They are easy to clean, and it makes resting comfortable for the cows. So these are just separators. They are tubicles for them. Feeding is, you can say it's continuous. From 7 to 3. There are those which feed throughout. Then there are those which just eat a little and go and rest. So these people are planting the pasture. So this tractor is bringing grass for these people to plant. This is the bracharia. So basically here it's just planting, nothing much. It's part of pasture management. So it's like transplanting, getting grass from the paddocks and replanting this one. This pasture will take about 3 months to be ready for cows to feed. Then to replace it may take years. It depends on how you maintain it. Because like this one has been here for over 20 years. Yeah, but then as time goes on, the soil has become hard and the water doesn't penetrate, the nutrients don't go down. So we have to replow and replant. Depending on the size, if it's like a paddock of, say, 5 acres, you can put 5 acres. You can put about 15 to 20 cows for a week. Why do we use silage? Or why do we make silage? We make silage it's like keeping food for a rainy day. When it is dry, when it's a wet season, we have a lot of grass. So we cut that grass, chop it, and preserve it for that time, for the dry season. So that's why we make silage. So here we have 4 bunkers. So this is the rain season, October to December. So we shall use this time to store the grass that is making silage in our bunkers. So this thing can store up to about 100 tons. So this is our Napier silage. We use Napier silage because it's affordable compared to maize silage. But maize silage is more productive. You get more milk from it. The capacity of this pit is about 100 tons. One pit like this can take us for about a month. if we are feeding all the cows. Yeah, if it's a dry season. But in a wet season like this, we release the cows. Some of the cows are fed in the paddocks. Yeah, to save on the napier. So we can store this for we can store this napier for years if we want. After milking, all the milk that we produce, we add value to it and process yogurt. Our brand is Kaz Fresh yogurt. So we do vanilla and strawberry, and plain also. Plain is the one which is sugar free. So here we have 3 main machines. This is a cooler, this is a pasteurizer, that is a mixer. In addition to yogurt, we do ghee. We use the cream from the milk to process the ghee. The input is cream. So this is why we need this machine here. This is a butter churner. Yeah, after getting the cream, we use this machine. So the advantages of adding value to our milk is one, the shelf life is increased. 2, it will fetch a better price on the market. This is the circuit. This is vanilla. This is strawberry. These are 400 grams.
Okay, Mr. Kazuba, I think this video has ended.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Masava. I'm seeing Teacher Winnie. Teacher Winnie, you're on the call. You can take over. And we have our next presenter. Okay. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Masava. I think we can go on to our next presenter, Semba Joy.
Yes, good morning, everyone. I thank you for the opportunity you've given me to show you what I have been able to prepare all this long. My name is Daniel LK from the JSS. Yes, and I'm going to show you what I prepared. So, as you can see, I set up my small place where I can put my hen. Though I said I have a bean plantation or bean garden, yes, I set up this hen that can give me, I don't know if you can really see it here, but this hen here, I woke up early in the morning to clean its place. Yes, I cleaned its place. As you can see it, I set for it a place, this small poultry thing. Now this is the small manure I got from what it has been eating. Now this is the manure I'm going to take in my garden right now, as you can see. So I just wanted to show you where I get the manure from, not to just say that I got the manure from some hen. This is where my hen is. I put for it some food already. Yes, I've been with this hen like for a month now. Yes, so let me pause as I go to where my small garden farm is. Yes. So now let me walk to where my garden farm is as I take this manure. It's just a few more minutes, I'll be reaching there.
As Daniel gets to his garden, I wanted to remind you that if you want to book space for you to present tomorrow, a form is going to be registered, but we want you to distinguish between this form and the user forms. It is not a normal attendance form where when it is shared here. And Daniel, you let us know when you get ready. So it's
yes.
not.
So now I'm now there. Yes, set up a small garden. As you can see, I tried to put some. Let me show you the sacks here. Yes, I put enough sacks and I tried to put some soil. Now I want you to pitch this of this soil such that you can know that the fertilizers I put they are of great use. So I'm trying to look for some good, as you can see. Yes, so I put one. I don't fear to touch in its poop. I just get like one of it like this one. I go to where the roots are, like here. I remove some soil from there. Yes, then I put the poop there and I cover. I go to the next one. Like every sack, I try to put something. Now even here, I remove some roots and also remove some of these that are wilty. I remove some roots. Then I put this poop here. I put it inside here, near to the roots, because I think it will be better there. Then I cover it, such that when I water it in the evening, for the manure to cool off, this manure was for, can I say, during the day, yesterday in the evening. So I first cleaned that manure, put it somewhere. So the one it has done today, I've also cleaned it. I've put it somewhere. So this one I have here is the one for yesterday. They told us that you have to keep it to cool for some time, then you apply it. So that's how, what can I say, the manure grows better. It has a more manure content. Yes. So I also get more manure here like this. I also apply in another sack as here. Yes, I apply and I cover very well with this soil. Yes, now after this process, obviously I'll have to water them, just because that our side here, it has been raining. So when I put much water in it, yeah, my beans won't, yeah, they will rot maybe. So I may not have to put water into this stuff. Yes, that's what I was able to present for this early bird presentation. Yes, thank you for the opportunity given to me. I remain Sembajo Daniel LK, Ndeje SS.
Daniel, there are many questions in the chat here. Maybe you need to stay a little bit. You may turn off your camera because your video is not very clear. Your network is a bit worrying, but there are many questions here. Teacher Winnie, we are waiting for you to take over, but you've not opened your microphone yet.
Mr. Massa.
Yes, please.
Is Daniel still showing us?
He has just finished. He has just finished.
Okay. There is a farmer here. I don't know whether I can give you, I wanted him to say something.
Okay, I think Daniel, I may not mention these questions, just go to the chat. Mr. Dung wanted to know whether you're a student of agriculture. Daniel is a student here in Senior 5, but what I don't know is whether he's doing agriculture or not. But Daniel, can you respond to those questions in the chat? As Mr. Kajiva, you introduced to us that farmer.
Okay.
So should I use the chat to respond, or I can just speak out?
You use the chat to respond for those that you can, and for those that you need to speak up, you may put up the hand when the farmer is presenting, and we can always give you
Mr. Masawa, is my video on?
Yes, your video is on. You're using a front camera.
Oh, what am I? Okay. Spotlight it.
Okay, let me spotlight. Yes, it is spotlighted.
Okay. What are you saying? The front or the back?
It is front still. It is front.
The front,
now the back. Now the back. We see a gentleman. He's trying to organize as if maybe the feed for the poultry. We are seeing a gentleman is organizing feeds, I think.
Okay. Yes, Mr. Peter. Okay, you can talk to them. Now we are going to take them to the farm and show them. Okay, now what you are seeing is trying to prepare the feeds. He has already the made feeds, and now he's trying to prepare them to take it to the poultry farm. So he's going to be telling us more about the poultry farm and how he makes his feeds, and also how the quantity he gives in a day. So he's here, he's going to start talking to us. Just hello viewers, good morning.
Yes, good morning till we can see you.
I pray that you get the mercy of God meets you today.
Amen.
At the moment, I'm on my farm. And as they have told you, I have already done my mix. I'm just going to give the birds this early in the morning. They are going to have what they are going to take. As far as I mix the food, for me, I'm using local foods. The original one we have been using. Then I use mukene. I use broken. I put there sunflower, shells. At times, if I get money, I add in some small soya. But at the moment, since things are very expensive, I just use mukene. But as far as the products, my products are good because today much as mukene is expensive, but at least the quality of mukene has improved. Sometimes back we are using mukene which was not good, full of stones. But today, the mukene is expensive, but it's good. In fact, even when I try to look at the products, they are good than when we were using the other mukene which was not of good quality. Now, these birds which you are seeing, I don't know whether you are seeing them.
Yes, we are able to see the birds. They are very many. They look very excited this morning. We are seeing them. They are very many.
These birds now, they have made 2 months, 2 days. I think you can see the way how they grow. The growth rate is not bad. And I was given some 3 birds, the broiler type. Now, in fact, I have found out that using this food, the broiler type has grown almost to 2.5 kilograms. Now, I think that if I continue with this type of method, and the next future, I do what? I add on, I begin rearing these broilers. They can do better also, because I have seen that within 6 weeks, they can also be given out, and they can be on the market. And if I try to calculate the costs for those who are using this modern feeds with this one, I'm seeing that those who are using the traditional ones are still, they still have an advantage economically. Though the food is what you can save some money. The quantity is much, and even the money in terms of profit is higher than when you use when you use the modern feeds. And the other reason why I'm still resisting to use the other system of the modern feeds is about what the availability. At times, those things may not be on the market, and they may face it rough. And at times, I have also tried to do to create a relationship between me and my suppliers. That even if I don't have money, they have been standing with me all the time to give me the feeds, not until the birds are done. They have done. Not until when the birds begin producing when I pay later. So I feel that if I go away from this system of using local birds, I mean your local feeds, it may be difficult for me. Now these are the ones which are laying. They are not many. They are about 240. But their percentage is about maybe 80 there, because they are producing around 7 trays per day. So if you calculate, it's not very bad, and they have laid a period of almost 1 year. Now I think that we are still progressing. So the challenges of food we are facing, we know we shall overcome. Though they are saying that at this time what they have produced in the garden, what they have planted, maize is not there. But we know we shall endure. And I feel that you people who are knowledgeable enough, like than us who are old, you think that you are going to come out with better solutions. Otherwise, things are not very easy. They are unpredictable. Referring to the market, we don't know if you can make some technology that we can keep our eggs for some time until they get good market. So we are praying that you can do that for us. Thank you very much.
Mr. Masava, are you still hearing?
Yes, Mr. Kazwa, maybe you leave that camera on. I see
Yes.
students, maybe you leave the camera on, maybe students would want to ask some
Yes,
questions.
Mr. Masava.
I'm saying maybe you leave the video on and we find out if we can get questions from the students.
Mr. Masava, what are you saying?
I'm saying you leave the video on and we get questions from the students here. Are you hearing me?
Okay, yes, I'm getting it. Now I'm showing events. Now where you are seeing, these are the drinkers. He had to cut the locally made drinkers from a jerry can, and here he has his tap, and now he's taking water inside the poultry house. Maybe even let me show you the laying cages. So these are the laying cages that he's using. They are down here. And then also he has the other type of feeders. So that is what he has. So let me take, and then he can start answering some questions. Okay. Okay, yes, Mr. Masawa, they can ask.
Hello.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Kaziva. We have many, I think, questions here, but we shall be picking one at a time. We have Anna Amanira. She has concentrated in tomato growing, but when you showed the poultry, she became very excited. I think maybe she has a question. But before we get to Anna, Gabby and John has a question. They have their hand here, but let's hear from Gabby. Gabby, quickly and straight to the question.
Yes, I was asking, when did you start rearing the layers? And doesn't you get problems of poultry vice amongst the layers?
Hello?
Be a bit louder. A bit louder. We didn't hear you well.
I was asking,
Yes.
when did he start rearing the layers? And does he get problems? Does he get problems of poultry vices among the layers?
Okay. Did you pick that question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can answer. That is Gabi.
I have now, it is about 5 years since I began to keep rearing the birds. Now, referring to devices, I have not seen many, though there is some isolation cases, and these isolation cases mostly occurs during the later stage when they are about to get old. That's when the beaks are doing what they are long enough. But again, they are not as much as common. You can get one, you can get two in 3 weeks, but that is when the period when about to do what? To sell them off. Otherwise, for me, I think that when the birds are given the right kind of food to do what to eat, in most cases, those things don't happen. That's what I can answer.
Okay.
Mr. Masaba. Mr. Masaba. Mr. Masaba. Mr. Masaba. Mr. Masaba, I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing you.
No, his network has a problem, it seems.
Oh, okay. Maybe someone else can take on and we get the questions.
Gamanga Dixon, can you unmute and give us your question, please?
Teacher, what I'm trying to inquire, how often does he vaccinate the birds, like to prevent them from diseases?
Okay.
Vaccinate the birds to get prevented.
Mr. Kazu, have you had the question?
Yes, the vaccination schedule. Yes, how often vaccinate the birds? So after that one.
Now, as far as vaccination concerns, I normally follow the regular timetable, which they give us, the schedules as for Newcastle, whatever, I follow timetable. Then just again to make the deep litter clean. You make sure that you don't pour their water. Almost let the thing be dry, and often we normally do what we take away the casts out. So just a matter of being clean and making the birds that they are getting good food that supplements the vaccination. That's how I keep my birds to be okay.
Okay, thank you very much. John Ejuku. John Ejuku, unmute and ask your question, please.
Yes, teacher. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay, please. I'm interested in learning from our farmer on the techniques of raising these young chicks. Then the type of vaccinations that can be given, because some of us were based in villages and we find it very hard. You try setting up, but you meet so many challenges and making losses at times. Then even I would like him to help me on some techniques on setting some of these structures for rearing this poultry. Thank you.
Hello.
Okay, have you heard the question?
I have heard.
Okay, maybe you can answer.
So concerning the beginning, that is the rearing of the chicks. The most important thing one is the passion. You must have that love of doing what? Of keeping birds. So when you get them when they are 1 year old, you first of all, you must be already prepared. When the food is available for the chicks, make sure that the brooder is well ventilated. Make sure that it's clean, fumigated. That one you do at least 1 week when you have prepared yourself. Then you keep there what the temperature must be about what must be enough. Like just as you keep a baby, and it must always be there to make sure that these things they are getting what they are supposed to do, what they are supposed to get. Then you get the vitamins for them. When you ask there in town, they'll be giving you what the farmers, they'll be giving you what the sellers, they give you the vitamins. You add in the food. You should follow this the shadowing system and the vaccination system. Then you go through slowly. When they make it 2 weeks, they are strong enough. They can jump, they can run. You will see them that they are healthy. Then insist on vaccinating them, good feed. Now, as concerns with the building, I have seen most farmers, they are using very expensive buildings. That is good, but if for the beginners, what we do, we can use our small, simple methods. Like this one you are seeing, they have got iron sheets outside. Inside, I use the eucalyptus trees. I ready them in a horizontal manner as you are seeing. So they are squeezed, so that somebody cannot enter where inside. And then up, I use the wire mesh, then the eucalyptus to give them enough ventilation. On this side, we have got timber, which used on the floor, and then up, we have got wire mesh as usual. Then this one, I think, has got an advantage with those who are using bricks, that in case if somebody comes like a thief at night, a thief will just remove one brick, the rest will just pick them and enter without your hearing. But here, there is no way somebody will come and take away the iron sheets, the eucalyptus inside. Maybe that one will wake you up and do and try to rescue your birds. That is, I think, it is better to use this system of doing of construction. It's not very expensive as such, because in many cases, people, they waste a lot of money in doing using expensive things. No, birds can be reared in cheap materials, so long as you keep the environment inside clean. That's what I can say about the construction.
Okay, thank you very much. I hope you've answered him well. Now there is also another hand, Waniala Benas. Please unmute and ask your question.
Yes, good morning, madam, and good morning, everyone here.
Good morning.
My question to my I don't know, I came late, whether my fellow student or another teacher, but I have like 2 questions to ask. I'm so grateful the project is having, and I want to also know, because I also tried, but I really failed. I want to know how much food does each bird eat in a day, and what brings all about that all those birds are of the same color. Because me, I've tried these local ones, I always get very many different colors, but I'm so impressed that all those birds are of the same color. What brings all about that? Thank you. I submit.
Okay, thank you for that question. I think they're going to answer you.
Hello.
Hello.
Now, as referring to the question of how much feeds are given to birds, I think right from the beginning, birds, they take a different quantities of what? Food. Because there is a youthful stage that, for example, these are layers. You find out that at the stage, when they're still young, they're eating very little. But as they are growing, the consumption increases. Like the small one, this one is the layer one. Now it's 2 months to 3 days. The consumption is increasing because this is the time that this food requires more food to get more energy. Therefore, you give them food so that they eat what is enough. What I think at the age of 3 months and some maybe 3.5, that is when you can determine the maximum quantity they can do what they can eat. But like a human, they are like human beings, like the boys, that as they are growing in adolescent stage, the consumption of food somebody is taking is too much. Not until somebody has grown that you know that now there is a bit of food that you will be taking 1 plate. That I think that is what we apply to what? To birds. At times, some farmers limit them in the beginning. That is very bad because at times they may give them food which is not enough. That means their growth rate will do what? Will reduce. And even the time you will get what? You will get eggs will also be delayed. Now, there was another question asked about the color. The color of the birds, as we are seeing that they are uniform, that one is about to breed. Is about to
Have we lost our farmer? Or is it my network? The voice has disappeared.
It's not,
even the video has gone off. Mr. Kazwa, we seem to have, but he can't hear completely.
Or maybe Mr. Masala, you take over now that you are back.
And I don't know why he had a very good network. I could even see it from here. Well, we had a question from the chat. Maybe if our agricultural experts can pick it up. Someone was wondering whether he has an incubator or maybe buys the chicks. Someone can pick that up, and before that question is answered, we can have someone putting up the hand if you feel you now want to take us to your garden. I have also put the registration for presenters. It is not a normal registration form. Pick it up, register, and fill the day that you're comfortable to present. Monday has been taken. Today, Tuesday, is gone. So we have Wednesday up to Friday. And you put the time. And always 7 a.m. is always busy. So you should always be putting from 6 to 6, maybe 50 there.
Mr.
So
Masa,
that
about the
registration is going to be shared
incubator,
here again.
about the incubator, what I can say is that most farmers get their day one old chicks from hatcheries. Hatcheries it's quite expensive that a normal farmer may not afford to have. So chicks are got from hatcheries, from designated hatcheries. They are distributed around the country. Just have to know where yours is. Yeah.
Okay. Gabby, does that answer your question, or you still want to know something more about that? Gabby, you can open your microphone.
Mr. Masaba, do you have some more questions?
Thank you.
Yes, the questions were here, but we lost you. I don't know what happened. You didn't even notice.
Okay, sorry.
Yes, there was a question. but it was picked up here.
You can spot them.
Mr. Kaziva.
Mr. Masabako.
Yes, Mr. Kaziva, there was a question that came in while you were presenting. Someone wanted to know whether he buys the chicks or he has an incubator to hatch them and get the chicks when they become chicken.
Hello, come again.
A student wanted to know whether you buy those chicks or you have an incubator to hatch them.
Okay, I buy them from Yuga Chick.
Okay, Gabi,
Yeah.
you must have had that. And someone was, we have Johnny, you please help me briefly. Please help me and briefly guide me on what I can mix to come up with the local feeds for the poultry.
Okay. Now, what you do, you get maize, broken maize. Then we get, you go, now we give, we do make what this feeds, depending on the size of the birds. Now, for the starter, those are the younger ones. We normally get broken maize. We add the cotton. We put there silver fish, I think is mukene. Then we add in salt. We bring in calcium. Now that's what we add. Now the ratio. We know the concentration at the beginning is very high. For example, in 100 kilograms of maize, we add 30 kilograms of fish, silver fish. Then you put there, I use 30 cotton. I put there 15, about that is calcium. Then 1 kilo of salt. That's what I give. Now, as they are growing, that the food changes to growers. The growers will reduce the concentration of food. Now, what you are seeing here, this food is for growers. The concentration now about mukene has been reduced from 30 to 15, and even cotton has been reduced, and those are what we reduce. Now, when we come to layers, because now is the period of laying eggs, again we go back to high concentration, because this is a period when the birds will require to have enough food and proteins. And so you must give them what is good so that they can do what they can give you what you want. That's what I can say about mixing of of food.
Okay, the last one, I think. Nama
Yeah.
to Joyce. Nama to Joyce, you can quickly go on.
Okay, good morning, teachers. Hello.
Hello.
Are you getting me?
Yes.
I'm getting you, please.
Just I wanted to ask you for us to rear those chicks, yeah? But I don't know even how to say it in English. Instead of you, we use some coffee what? How can I say obukuta? I do know obukuta.
Coffee cast.
But instead of that, we use empumbu. Is it good? Empumbu, this one's from furniture.
Okay. Some they use those here, the remainings of what you have said. That is the they get it from carpentry.
Yeah.
But for me, I think the better to use the the coffee husks, because here the droppings, they do what they just dry. When you put them in the coffee cast. But when you use the other mpumbu, what you have said, in most cases, they do what they decay. This may accelerate it brings the contamination of what the room, which may bring what diseases in the future.
And when they are still younger, we use those coffee things.
In the beginning, right from the beginning, for me, I use the coffee casks because for them they stay long.
Okay, sir.
That's what I use. I think those who are using the remainings of the tree, they are those one which do what layer brew. I mean the broilers, because the broilers for them they take about 6 weeks to do what to be disposed of. But again, it is better to use this because the other one, even the smell is not good. So if we are using small places, just as in town we are, the bad smell to the neighbors may not be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You must have had another question, John. John, there is something you're saying in the chat. Pardon, maybe you can ask him directly. Where was that? Because he was very elaborate. Do we still have John here? Okay, John must have gone. Yes, John, you can go on. Just ask directly the question. Yes, ask where was that you wanted to be repeated.
Thanks for the opportunity. Just as our teacher was explaining on the components to come up with these local feeds, was mentioning something second to the maize, but I wasn't picking it right.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, please, teacher.
I said we are using broken maize.
Yes.
Then we add in mokene, that is silverfish. Then we add in cottony. Cottony seeds. Cottony.
We
add in
cotton seeds.
Then we have got
I've got you right now.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. And John, maybe you'll be putting down the hand and we pick Natamba. Moses, as we prepare to hear from the last speaker, the last presenter. Vivian, you must be preparing your project and you show us maybe after Moses. Natamba, can you go on, Moses? Moses, open your microphone and quickly put your question. Moses, your network seems not to be good. Is it me who is not hearing? Teacher Agnes, are you able to hear him? Me, I don't hear.
Yes, I can.
Yes, tell me now.
Network. Mr. Masawa, we are not
hearing me.
Okay,
Hello.
I don't know. Moses, maybe you will have to prioritize the chat. You write in the chat such that your question can be taken. And before we end, Comfort is also wanting to ask something here. Maybe Mr. Kazva, we shall end on Comfort because of time, and we shall move to the next presenter. Comfort. Oh, it was by mistake. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Kaziva. And we want you to thank for us that farmer. The students have really appreciated. They had their books here and they were writing down.
Okay, you are most welcome.
Okay, so I wanted we go together. So
all right, thank you so much, Mr. Kaziva, and welcome back from that farm. It was a very nice trip. So we will be switching, I think, to our last student presenter, unless we have another farmer here. Vivian Nanyonga, you can open your microphone and talk to us if you're ready.
Good morning, teachers and fellow viewers. My name is Nanyonga Vivian. I'm here to present to you the figure project which I have on my dad's farm. This site consists of 12 pigs. For this site where I'm standing, I'm
Vivian, we
having...
can't see. We can't see. Vivian, or you've not started? Okay, that is good now.
My name is Nanyonga Vivian. Good morning, my fellow viewers and the teachers. My name is Nanyonga Vivian. I'm here to present to you the piggery project, which I have on my dad's farm. I rear 12 pigs, but the 4 pigs are the other side of another plot of the farm. Then what I'm going to show you here, I'm having 8 pigs. I have 3 male pigs, then the rest are females. Then for the female pig, the one I'm having, it is about to give birth, but it's not on this side. It's on the other side, which I've not been able to reach. But it's remaining with only 2 days to give birth. As you know, pigs give birth on 3 months, 3 days, and 3 weeks. 3 weeks and 3 days. I wake up early in the morning. I come and I clean my pigs. After cleaning, I cook for them mukene mixed with water. Then after cooking for them, I come, I give them mukene grass. As you see inside, there are leftovers for grass. Then I put for them water in that dish. So I put water. Then for the waste, I deposit my waste here. The pigs deposit their waste there in that pit. Even there. Then this trench you're seeing, it's where the flow of waste from the pigs flows up to the other side down. Then for the food that I give my pigs, I give them broken, then maize bran, then some leftovers of food, then grass like enanda. I also give them grass, black jack, potato leaves, yam leaves. Then, so far the challenges I've so far got from my pigs, I've so far got foot and mouth disease, then even swine fever. Then for the treatment of my pigs, I've been able to vaccinate them at an early age. That's why I've not yet got so far many diseases of my pigs. Then besides that, on my dad's farm, we also have coffee and banana plantations. As you see the other side, even this side, we also have maize. We also have maize this side. And for the coffee, for us, my dad grows, that's Corona coffee and Robusta. Then for the variety of coffee we have, so here, this is the maize on my dad's farm. This is the maize. It has grown up mixed with the beans with cassava, as you see there. Even this side, there is cassava. As you're going, there are beans. We also included beans on our farm. Then this side,
we are having also maize. Then down slope, we are having coffee. We are having coffee, the other side. Then these ones are banana plantations. They are also on our farm. Then here, there is coffee. As I told you, this farm is of 12 acres. It consists of 10 plots. Then here, there is coffee. Coffee inside here. This one is a type of Robusta coffee. As I told you, Robusta coffee is the type of coffee that has broad leaves when they are light. Then for Arabica coffee, it's not this side, it's the other side of the other plots. Then we also have Arabica coffee. Arabica coffee has thin leaves and they are somehow light. Then for Robusta, they are dark. Then all this side, even you can see on my dad's farm, there is also sugar cane. Sugar cane is there, also beans, coffee, as you see. Then for us, we are kase producers. We stop on that process of producing kase. Kase, this is the dry sherry. Then for the coffee, it takes 5 to 15 days to dry. Then we are going this side ahead. There is coffee that side. Here there are banana plantations with some pawpaws. Even we have a passion fruit tree. But for these ones, these passion fruits, in brackets, they are obutundo obuganda. That tree, it's of passion fruit. Then there are our maize, our banana plantation, and the beans. Then in our corral, we are having only 2 cows. 2 cows and
Vivian?
They are. Yes.
Vivian, as you walk
yes.
the camera, when you're walking the camera for us to see, you walk it slowly. Let's not move it so fast that we don't see where.
Okay. Okay, now here we are in my dad's corral. We are having 2 cows. They are there in the other corral. Then here we are having 5 goats. You see the goats are feeding on the leaves. Then here in this pit, it's where we deposit our coffee hussicks and the busa from the cows. These coffee hussicks, we use them to, like, we let them on the poultries, like the poultry house. Then, but I've not shown you the poultry house because our hens all died because of there is a disease called chiwumpuli. That chiwumpuli killed all our hens last week. Then here we are seeing the coffee hussicks. It's where we deposit our coffee hussicks. Then you're seeing our worker is, let me take you to where our worker is cutting the grass for the cow. A moment as I reach there. Even this side, there is coffee, banana plantations. Now I'm heading to where inside our corral to show you how we rear our cows. Now here I am at our corral. Here you see our worker. He has finished cutting the what? The grass. Now this is our kraal. As I told you, it has 2 cows. You see them. This one is the mother cow, that first one. Then this one is the cacao. Then this is the grass we give it. As you see, it is feeding. It is feeding on grass. Then, as you see, those are our 2 cows. Then here, it's where we put water for the cows. Even the salt called the chisula. Yeah, this is it's where the bath where we put the water for the cows. Now, so far, we are having 2 cows, but in a meantime, all in 2 years to come, all 1 year, our kraal, as you see it will be full of many cows. Then for the challenges we have got in our cow, the diseases of our cow, it is Nagana. Then Nagana for our cows.
Vivian, maybe you need to start to summarize around there and you invite questions because we are getting late.
Okay.
We have really toured around your farm. You showed us here and there. And what took my attention was that disease that killed your poultry, and maybe we need to leave it there such that we can invite questions. Can you invite questions such that they can come through chat and others can ask you directly?
Okay. Okay, as I'm summarizing, the major, like the pests which attack our cow, they are the ticks. Then for the treatment is spraying the ticks and vaccinating the cows. Then that's what I had for you today. May I have some questions?
All right, Mase, can you go on?
Yes, thank you, teacher, for the opportunity. The groupings.
Mase, I can't hear you. Is it me only? Mase, can you speak
My question
up?
is
Yes.
about the piggery. How does she manage the droppings?
Okay, thank you. How I manage the droppings, I sweep them, then I use a spade to carry them to the other pit I showed you, because now I'm far from it. I sweep the droppings, then after sweeping the droppings, I carry them to the other pit I showed you. Then from that, I can put the droppings on the banana plantations.
Okay, thank you so much, Vivian. Someone wanted to know what is kiumpuli in English, but thank you, Brian, for responding to that. Maybe, Vivian, you had a different answer. What is kiumpuli?
It's the same, fowlpox.
Yes, that is good. And next time you put kiumpuli, you need to let us know about that real name, because some of us have Google here. We can quickly find out what fowlpox means. And another person wants to know, did you have those birds vaccinated?
Yes, I had them vaccinated, but what God brings me to, I never knew. I had them vaccinated. Even before them dying, I vaccinated them the day before.
Okay,
but waking up, they were all dead.
Sorry about that. Brian, maybe you can quickly say something here.
Thank you, Mr. Masaba, and thank you, Vian, for the presentation. I think by the time she presented about the poultry, I was off, sorry. But what I know about the birds is that one, we need to understand from her, do they have also local chickens that just move around and they are not in a cage or in a poultry house? Because even if you vaccinate and you have other chickens that are not vaccinated on your compound or in the neighborhood, you still have challenges. So very important. But then also we have a tendency of farmers not following a strict vaccination program. So you find that they vaccinate a few diseases, but also those that are vaccinated, they don't vaccinate them at the right time. So even if you do that, then you are bound to lose your flock of birds. So that is that. But I have seen a lot from Vian. I just want to understand in what exact enterprise does she work, or does she put a lot of her energy on 100%? Where does she work most? Because I doubt she's everywhere, because their enterprise is huge. I want to understand from her, where does she put a lot of her energy. Then Mr. Dungo also had a question. Is she a student of agriculture? And what does she want? How would she want school to embrace agriculture in schools? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sam. But for me, where I put mostly my effort, it's on piggery. Because that project was given to me by my mom, and I started it the first COVID. Then for the coffee, I come in when we are harvesting. Then for the development of agriculture in schools, I advise my fellow students to get involved in each and every activity of agriculture, because agriculture is the way forward to go in this Uganda. And in agriculture, it's where we are promoting the economy of our communities, our schools, and our country. In agriculture, no man can be poor. In agriculture, it's what I can tell you. And this evidence, I can evidence it to my father. He is not poor, he is not so rich, but he is in the middle state because of agriculture. Thank you.
Yes, Brian, you can come back again. Thank you so much, Vian, for that very good response. And you really look a farmer. And
you're welcome.
Brian, do you want to add some other thing here?
Someone was trying to.
Brian, did you leave your hand up or? Okay, John Ejuku, you have been very active, and maybe you have a question for her again.
Yes, teacher, thanks for the opportunity. I wanted to ask these people who are dealing in these farms. I can call them specialists because they now have experience on how to manage them. So I wanted them to at least help whenever they are presenting. Like if someone is presenting about poultry, I wanted that person to help, maybe giving us on the side of vaccination. That person would help telling people the type of vaccine at particular stages of the growth of those birds. Because it's still like when we go to these shops, these people at times they can't tell us the truth. Because they're after making money. So they end up giving you something that is not right. So they would help giving us that idea on the particular age of a bird, which vaccine should be given actually. So that we can actually go when you're going to buy, at least when you have some idea on what you're going to do. course, we have also incurred challenges on that.
Thank you so much, John. And your concern has been taken. We have enough technical people here. I know they have got your question. And alternatively, you can always follow these farmers, and maybe they can always advise you, especially when you see someone trying to show something here. You can always put your concern in the chat and they can always follow it up. And you keep asking questions. You don't give up until someday you'll get the right vaccine to give your birds. And I encourage you to start the poultry. Otherwise, if you keep asking questions and you're not trying it out, you may not really get the whole picture. Now, Madam Rested Tutor, you're most welcome, and maybe you can go on.
Thank you, Mr. Masaba. Good morning, my colleagues and everybody here and our presenters. Thank you so much for showcasing what you are doing and inspiring us. Now, my question goes to Brian. Could it be possible that Nanyonga's birds may have been vaccinated with maybe these poisonous chemicals on market? Maybe she may have vaccinated and they gave her the medicine she had asked, but it most likely it may not have been the real one. How do we detect that now I have a fake one or I have the original? Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you so much, Chita. Unfortunately, Brian is not here, but we have Mr. Ronald Dungu can quickly respond to that. As maybe Ronald prepares, we also have Patrick Muhinda here, who can also ably respond to that. Yes, Patrick, you can go on and quickly respond to that, maybe.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Masaba and Teacher Reste and the presenter. Teacher Reste, what I can say is it's difficult to prove scientifically that the drug is fake or it's not. But the best thing you can do as a farmer is to do research. I'm sure you can't be the only poultry farmer in an area. Always try to make connections, always try to ask your fellow farmers what they have used and how it has worked out. It is the best way other than just hitting the market or going to the shop and you buy what the seller tells you. Always ask the neighboring farmers first, what have you used? How did you use it? How did it work? And that is the best way. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Patrick. I think you've really seen the challenge here. John also wanted to know which one is the right one. Maybe as we go forward, you need to organize some presentation and you come and talk to us. How do we tell this one is good? And maybe you can be a little bit elaborate, because now it seems this is now the greatest challenge these new farmers are going to face here.
Yeah.
Where can I find you? Where can I find you? Ian, do you want to get to that farm? And Watenga, you needed to know something about that bush. Unfortunately, we are out of that bush and we are also getting late. Maybe we will be ending it here and I will be handing it over to Mr. Dungu to close this session here.
Thank you, Mr. Masaba and everyone. I can see there is a hand still out there. Vivian, is that your hand?
Yes, sir. Now, to those who may want to visit our farm, we are located in Masaka district, Chirimia village on Chotera Road. And maybe I may request the teacher for me to give you the contact of my dad, even my contact myself, if he can give me the allowance.
Please go ahead, Vivian.
My dad's contact is 0703. Oh, Master, I write it in the chat room.
Go read it because we are around.
It is 0703 96 16 96. That one is for my dad. Then mine is 0752 40 44 26. Then for MTN for my dad is 077 888 99 19.
Repeat
Thank
the
you
last
all.
one.
077 888 99 19. Then
Okay,
another.
thank you, Vivian.
You're welcome. Then, Master, I'm
Okay.
giving only the last.
Okay.
I'm giving only the last advice. Another advice I can give to the poultry farmers is that you can also use the local treatment. There is kamulali, that's what we call red pepper, then echigaji, enkondwe, and marijuana, enjaga. Thank you all for listening. May God bless you.
I think we need Vivian to come back another day and explain to us how she mixes those for poultry, because that is a good concoction that we need to learn. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure having you on this platform this morning, and we shall see if our teachers within that region can reach Vivian's farm, and those in Mbale, we can also get our teachers to reach you there, so that we fully understand what is happening in your gardens. I also liked the fact that Mr. Kaziva took us to a farmer, and I would like to encourage everyone, if there is a farmer in your village next to you, whose work you can bring on board for us to know, and you can prepare them to talk to us. That is very encouraging, because we are preparing you also as extension workers in that village. And that is the community service we can offer as holistic e-learning platform. With that, I want to wish everybody the best for today. And let us catch up again tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. with the early bird farmer. And sign off for now. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, guys. Have a nice day.
Bye.
Hi, everyone.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.